It's kind of funny, it feels like it's been a long time since I last recorded a YouTube video. I guess that has to do with the fact that I traveled about 30 hours in the last couple of days, but regardless, even though this week's mutation mission is gonna be a little bit later than you may be used to, it is time to jump into it, because I enjoy these missions far too much. Apparently, this week's mutation mission is called Instant Karma. It is said that you are your own worst enemy. Amon has turned that idiom into reality, and the harm your armies inflict is dealt back to them in full, and every enemy's death threatens to take several of your own forces with them. Show Amon that no sacrifice is too great to achieve victory. Alright, so the first thing to note is that we're going to be playing on the Chain of Ascension mission, and the first mutator is called Double Edged, and I actually believe that this one is a new one. We've definitely not seen that one before. Your units also receive all the damage they deal, but they are healed back over time. So essentially what that means is that if I snipe someone with Nova, she's basically gonna die herself, right? I mean, other than the fact that she may not be instant shot, I guess that's kind of what it comes down to. Secondly, we got the mutually assured destruction. Enemy hybrid units detonate a nuke upon death. This one, I remember we had a mission probably about a year or so ago at this point, where this mutator right here absolutely tore me apart, and it took me days to complete it. I don't know if it's actually going to be the case once again. I'll go ahead and link that video down below. I think it's been about maybe about 6 to 12 months or so ago. It's been a little while, but this mutator right here is a really tricky one where it took me forever to go ahead and complete that. And the last mutator for today is called Self-Destruction. Enemy units explode and deal damage to nearby player units upon death. So really what this is all coming down to is that my main man Stukov should be an absolute beast, because he really doesn't care too much about any of these mutators right here. Alright, so I've grouped up together with Sushi, and we've been talking for a little while about the different commanders. That should be pretty decent here, and I think it comes down to the fact that most of the Zerg ones should be very good. Now, I think that Stukov is gonna be like Lord and Master on this battlefield here, because he's not really gonna care too much about any of these mutators. But I mean, I've been playing a lot of Stukov as of late, and so has Sushi, so I think it would be fun. Maybe we can go ahead and give Abathur a try instead. Now, Abathur is one of those commanders that, generally speaking, is a bit tough to make work in the mutation missions, but the truth is that his units have got a lot of HP, right? And the fact is that Double Edged is obviously gonna hurt his units, but I don't think they will actually deal enough damage to die as well. So let's see if maybe for once Abathur's got a bit of an edge. Alright, so as far as my mastery points go, first off I've got the Ment healing here on power set 1, which will basically just allow me to heal up my units more often, which is basically a given. Secondly, we got power set 2 as well, where I have the biomass recovery chance, and if I'm not mistaken, as soon as a unit loots the biomass, they will gain some additional HP and whatnot as well, so that should also be a given right there. And last but not least, I got the structure morph and evolution rate, just because I don't really care too much about the toxic nest maximum charges. You know, if I'm playing well, I probably want to use those as much as I can anyway. So the second one right there, the structure morph and evolution rate, should be far better. Now, Sushi is going to be playing none other than Zagara, so he will have to be a little bit careful for all of the nukes that will indeed detonate. But I think it's time to jump into it and, of course, complete it on the brutal difficulty.
I am First Ascendant Janara, and I have been challenged to Rakshir by a faction of Tal'Darim, who foolishly remain loyal to Amon. The Dark God bolsters their champion's strength. Send both of your armies to my side to bolster mine. I will emerge victorious.
Alrighty. Now, by the way, in case you're curious about the trip I've been on, I can't really tell you too much, but I will be uploading a vlog about it this weekend, which is when I'm allowed to go ahead and tell you a little bit more about it. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't already, do make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But regardless, it's been a little while since I last played good old, what's his name? Abathur right here. Of course, Abathur, easily one of the most badass characters in StarCraft lore, but usually for like the mutation missions, he's a little tricky to make work. I think as long as we build up a huge economy though, we should be in a pretty decent spot. Gotta go ahead and of course spread as much creep here as I can as well, using those toxic nests. And very shortly I'll have to make sure that I get myself a Swarm Queen out as well. I think we're just focused on like the more or less like standard composition of like Roach Ravager, Queen, and then, you know, switch into the Brutalisk, as well as of course as many of the air units later on as we can as well. Really like I feel like his maxed out army, the ones based around like Devourers and then also the Guardians, is probably, you know, his strongest setup. We'll go ahead and get ourselves a queen here very shortly, so I can spend up more and more money here on as much of that economy as we can, and really not waste any of the larvae here initially. And we'll try and just simply use the healing here as often as we can, once we get out some units, as well as, of course, the Toxic Nest. I mean, we can get bigger charges on them, but it's really not worth it. We will also go ahead and get double upgrades going. I think double upgrades is a good one.
Only one army? That is not enough. Both of your armies must stand near me to offer their support.
Alright, calm down. Of course, these are just Swarm Queens, by the way. They're a little different. I like them a lot. We'll go ahead and, of course, get the +2 or +1/+1 going here ASAP. Go ahead and get a Carapace upgrade here as soon as we can. And I do want to go for a quick expansion here shortly as well, which we will have to be looking out for soon. Okay, very good. I'll back up for a little bit, start making some roaches here too. Don't want to lose any of my units here unnecessarily.
The enemy is providing their champion with psionic support. You must deny him their aid.
Oh well. Not bad. So there are going to be a whole lot of explosions. We'll go ahead and eat up as much of that biomass as we can here with the queen that we've got. And we'll go ahead and put up as many of these units as we can as well. There we go. Of course, she's already going to be very, very buffed up right now. Gotta be careful of those explosions, though. Yeah, I gotta actually be careful, because my roaches do still end up dying rather easily here. I wonder if he's even a great choice here. It may very well be the case that this is one of the weakest commanders for this mutation mission, but I don't think it should be all too terrible. I mean, the roaches themselves are not very tanky, right? Maybe I should go up to a faster, like, hive kind of army. Okay, try and get him. She's already almost at 100, actually, which will be pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves a expansion. Go ahead and grab as much as you can, Queen. Okay, well, there's actually more than enough over here, so I'll go ahead and start up another round of drones. And there we do have the Brutalist coming in. Let's go ahead and get as much as you can. And we'll start up +2/+2 ASAP here, as well as a whole lot of upgrades here. So really, like, I'm focusing on the roaches and the Ravagers here initially, and then we'll switch into the other army units instead. Okay, so that's my first Brutalist scout. Very good. This roach is already looking very buffed up. Second Brutalist coming in right now as well.
Support from the hybrids turns the tide in Amon's favor. Put an end to it now.
All right. Let's go ahead and send over some of these drones. And I'll go ahead and get us some upgrades as well. Alright, coming in. Oh, man. So many explosions, though. I don't really want to lose all my units here for free. I mean, my units will heal up over time, right? Is what it said. So, as long as I can micro them backwards, it's pretty decent, but... Ooh, the explosions are unreal. Alright, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. They still do a lot of damage to themselves as well, though. Alright. Gotta be careful, because they're gonna nuke. Yeah, they're gonna heal up. Oh, man. Oh, that's such a mess. You forgot about the nukes? Well, that doesn't make it any easier. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a Spire and whatnot going here as well. Alright. We should be fine, though. Oh, man. That's so bad. That's so bad. So really, like, Abathur is all about, like, sustainable, like, damage, right? And, like, building up an army here. So, my Brutalist is healing up a little, but it's not like he's gonna get all the way back to full HP. I guess it's, like, that second bar of life that we saw above the character earlier that makes this interesting. Regardless, we'll get ourselves a Great Aspire going here ASAP. I don't really need any of my Mutas upgrades. Or Muta upgrades, rather. Let's put up some workers in these things. I actually really like, I don't have to worry about the Queen Injectile too much on this hero. Or, like, you know, at all. I don't have to worry about him at all. And I think we'll just... I wonder if I even should go +3/+3 or maybe just go straight into a Greater Spire instead. It seems like a better option. Alright.
Men available.
Allied forces in combat.
Get him! This is a bit of a mess though.
Forces under attack.
Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves some Mutalisk.
Gas sharing allied forces in format.
So many explosions. If we can max out, I think we're in a good spot. I think once we actually get our Guardians and whatnot out, it's gonna be much easier as well. Go ahead and try and grab as much here as you can. And we'll keep on pushing.
These lumbering elementals have always irritated me. Wipe them out if your armies are strong enough
There
to
we
be
go.
divided.
Actually, the Guardians are really cheap as well.
Gas.
Alright. Guardians! You guys are awesome. Not gonna lie. What upgrade should I get on those again? I think it's gonna be these ones right here. Yeah, the prolonged dispersion, the extra ranged upgrade is gonna be key. Although, I don't really have any anti-air right now, which just makes this a little more tricky. Lucky for me, my units do get some more. I've got a bunch. Okay, very good. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves that Sundering Glaive thing, and then we'll also just get a whole lot more roaches. I think that's probably going to be our best bet for now. There we go. Yeah, if we once we get, or not the Sundering Glaive, sorry, the prolonged dispersion right here. Once we get that additional ranged, I think it's going to be much easier. Man, the explosions though. It's just even like a small group of Zerglings is a lot more threatening because of it right now. Once we get that ranged upgrade though, life should be way easier. We'll go ahead and do the same thing right here for our other units as well. I want to go primarily into Devourers and Guardians, I think. I think that's going to be our best option.
Destroy them, or that power will belong
Alright,
to
he's
their
going to be capable
champion.
of doing their bonus objectives shortly. We'll go ahead and send the Devourers over.
Sequences spawn.
I don't know if they're actually that great, but... Well, I know they're pretty good. Let's go ahead and fly over here.
Required.
Start a bunch more of these upgrades. I don't actually know if they're going to be capable of doing this. How strong is their anti-air? Oh, really strong, actually. It's just that they deal damage to themselves as well, right? Which makes this a little more tricky. Okay. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. The hero... Oh, yeah, they are doing powerful blows to our forces, huh? Okay. Try and tunnel over there. Try and tunnel over there. Oh, no.
Men available.
I was just barely getting my men ready to go here as well. Alright, here we go. It's just that they're, like, dying. Which just make this a little more tricky. Come on! Come on, Brutalist! Get him! Woo! Good job!
Such troublesome creatures. Slay the last
That
one
was,
when you have the
that was
chance.
way more tricky than it needed to be, but we got him. We got it done. I think with different commanders, it would be a pretty straightforward mission. I mean, if you pick up, like, Stukov would make this look like it's just a regular mission. Honestly. Like, he would make it look like it's 100% standard. We'll go ahead and get ourselves +3 attack here as well for the roaches. I don't actually think we're gonna... Like, we're not really gonna get all too much value out of the armor upgrades here, because they die anyway, but... Get all the mutas upgraded. We do need a lot of gas here. Alright. Now we're finally building up a force, though. Now we're finally building up something that's actually going to be capable of dealing damage. It is true, though, that Zagara, or rather, Abathur doesn't really, like, kill his own units that much, just because we've got a lot of healing. I may as well get
Supplicants
+3
are
armor.
headed toward their champion. Kill them all.
Hostile organisms approaching. Must secure perimeter.
Okay.
Regeneration commencing. Will heal allied forces in combat.
Okay, lots of explosions. Gotta be careful, though. Oh my god. The explosion right here for Zagara is insane as well. Like, all these links just die in one hit. I don't think armor upgrades make that big of a difference, so like, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I think like her suicidal units, I guess, are far better for any of this.
Hate these detestable elementals. Eliminate them if you have the strength to spare.
Like, these aberrations are all fine and dandy, but like they're a little tricky to make work. Want to blow it up? I think that's exactly what his plan is. I think he wants to go ahead and try and blow up the bonus objective. Let's do it. Let's go. Bum bum ba da dum bum. They're on a mission. They're on a mission to get the bonus objective. Give me that 1,000 experience, Azur. I got it. Ugh! That was anticlimax. Alright, fine, I'll clean it up.
Additional Vespine gas required.
I thought that would be more than enough Scourge, actually, to be honest. Oh well, there's already so much ready to go once again.
Men available.
I'll be his babysitter. I'll be here to take some of the damage. Go ahead and take it. There we go. Wait, okay, no, we do.
All of the elementals have been eradicated.
Very good.
Now return your full attention to Rakshir.
Alright, well, you're the one giving me these assignments, Dinara. You gotta be a little careful.
Sequences.
If you don't know what you want, you can't go others, like, you can't start complaining to others that you don't know what you want either, you know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, I'm trying to micro this, but I think, I should just get more Guardians, to be honest. Because the Guardians are not, like, affected by the explosions at all. We'll just use roaches whenever we need to. We're gonna need some detection. Do you have any... I'll go ahead and get some. The thing is, these Guardians can shoot from such a long distance that it doesn't really bother us very much. Well, I got more than enough toxic nests. There we go. Ooh. Those fungals! Those hero fungals! But it's not gonna be enough. No, we'll just get more mutas here. We'll just get more mutas and go up to a bunch of Guardians. The Guardians shoot from such a long distance that it doesn't really matter all too much. I kind of don't want to make any ground army here anymore, just because I want to get myself some of the Leviathans out as well.
Do not allow that to happen.
Alright. You Guardians, or Mutalisk, or whoever. You already have a bunch of... There we go. Go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab as much as you can here. I actually think that it may be enough. Yep, there we go. And we'll just simply select our mutas here and make a bunch more Guardians as well. I'm trying to save up here for a little bit, but I think no, I'm just gonna get more I'm just gonna get more roaches. It's fine. Okay. You're hotkey 2 now. That means you're dedicated.
Power flows into Amon's champion from the hybrids. Slay them quickly.
I mean, I'll go ahead and actually heal up Abathur's voices right there, because they're already very low. There we go.
Evolving Leviathan. Sky will belong to Swarm.
Sky will belong to Swarm. There we go. Look at that, like, beastly army right here. Alright. Let's go. Alright. My brute rains from the skies, and so do my frame drops. And apparently I just accidentally kicked my tripod with my feet. I'm apologizing for that low camera wiggle right there. But, I mean, it does look like we're going through this, right? I mean, my roaches and whatnot are all sacrificial right now anyway. We don't really care for those. It's my maxed out Sky army that we care about. And I mean, they are doing the damage. Woo! That nuke. Ooh, actually. Well, I had a solid maxed out army right there, but... starting to get a little worried about this. Do you need any of that stuff? Oh my god, that's 32? A hit? Alright, hold up. I'm gonna get some roaches then as well. That is 58 biomass for one unit. Alright. We'll get some more roaches out and just go up to a lot of Devourers and more Guardians here as well. But I want to get at least like a couple of Brutalisk right now as well. Alright. You guys, loot all the things here.
The enemy is
Actually, I'll let one of you do that first. I think that's gonna be more than enough though.
Potential for multiple toxic nests.
Alright.
Must use allied forces in evolving Brutalisk. Threat maximized.
There we go. This is really just taking my time here, right? We don't really need to rush this one out either. Alright, so I got 3 Brutalisk right now. Got more Guardians. And considering I got the money for it, I may as well like make some more sacrificial roaches. Go ahead and heal them up. And I think this is the time where we start pushing for the final objective here as well. We don't want to be too far caught out once the final set of hybrids activate, which is a tricky one. Ooh, he's fungled. Really, Leviathans can be fungled? You're the ultimate Zerg air unit and you can be fungled? That sounds lame. All right, it's okay. I'll forgive you.
It seems the enemy has established fortifications on the path to the pit. Be prepared to set them ablaze.
All right, let's go.
Enemy forces approaching. Defense required. Forces in combat.
Ooh, does that actually kill him? They may end up taking a lot of damage here, but... Okay. So we actually gotta be a little careful here. Because while I'm dealing with all of this stuff, there's also gonna be aggression on the other side of the map. I'll go ahead and send some of my units back just like that. And we have indeed cleaned up the majority of this. But Abathur is most definitely not the best commander for this. Like, he may have a slight upper hand compared to some of the others. Just because his units got a lot of HP, but that's about it. Like,
support his champion. Prepare to meet them in combat.
look at that. Those explosions are ridiculous. Alright. Trying to get my guardians out. As many as I can afford, but it's not ideal. You're about to be upgraded as well, so hold up. Let's go ahead and grab some more of that biomass. There we go. So are you.
It is time to conclude this duel.
Yep.
Give me your power. I will rip Amon's champion apart.
We'll get more roaches. More flyer upgrades. As much stuff as we can. Ooh. Those explosions are ridiculous. Like, I think actually Zagara would be pretty good. To be fair, Zagara would be pretty good. Zagara herself is gonna be tough to stay alive, but... Alright, let's go.
Amon's hybrids are greatly enhancing his champion's strength. They must be...
I don't know if we got enough, to be honest. I mean, I know that I don't have enough frame rate for this. Which is, you know, not all too surprising, I guess. I mean, my guardians are still there. They're still dealing damage. It's just that a lot of the units are air as well. And there's a lot of stuff. Lots of explosions. I mean, 128 biomass from one unit. Alright, I'm trying to get more units back here as well. There's still so many though. I think this is gonna be a task right here for Zagara. Zagara's gonna nuke up a bunch more of these things. I'm trying to make as much stuff here as I can. They're killing everything though. Alright. Try and spread them out, I suppose. Come on! Let's get him! Alright. Easy. No! They're already dead? Yeah, sure. Let's just leave it at that. Pretend it was actually very easy. We only lost like 4 maxed out armies or something against that. Alright, go ahead and grab some biomass there, my friends. As much as you want. There's biomass for everybody, so don't be greedy. Maybe I should have even made some... Actually, like, I think this may have been a pretty great moment for Swarmhost as well. Like, Swarmhost usually, of course, not the most popular unit for Zerg. But once they have a good moment for them going, right, they can do a lot. Do you guys have enough? Yeah, you do have enough, but you're not going to be upgraded here. Because we can only have 3 of them. Alright, let's go. Let's push this thing. Let's push it. Man. I mean, I assumed it would be, like, all she wrote, but...
It seems Amon's lackeys are moving toward their champion. Intercept them.
No, it's fine. These lackeys you're talking about... Oh, it's actually a pretty large army, all things considered. But I think... that on our very first attempt, in a pretty sloppy game, we managed to complete it.
So ends Rakshir.
Nice.
What a pathetic display. When the day comes, I hope Alarat proves to be a more fitting challenge.
Alright, so we ended up getting 239,000 experience. Now, I honestly think that Abathur and Zagara are like decent choices. But really, if you want to have someone who's very powerful, I think that Stukov is just gonna like simply roll his way through all of these mutators with absolute ease and take like absolutely no damage whatsoever. I think he's gonna be the man for the job if you want to easy mode this one. Secondly, I think that someone, for example, like Artanis would be really good if you focus on like his Zealot as a mineral jump, but then, or a mineral dump rather, and then primarily focus on all of the Tempests. I think the Tempests would be incredibly helpful here as well, just because they've got a ton of HP. Plus, he's of course got the Guardian Shell as well, that basically allows him to, instead of like having his units die at 1 HP, they will be remained at 1 HP for a little while longer. Although I don't actually exactly know how like the damage over time take works. Maybe it will still end up killing them right after they stay alive for 1 HP for a little bit longer. Regardless though, Abathur and Zagara, it's doable, but it's a little bit messy. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. And other than that, I want to thank you very much so for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I'll see you in the next one.